Here's my national exam prep practice test about valuation, otherwise known as appraisals. Let's test your knowledge. 9 exam questions. These are all typical exam questions, and I'll have answers and test tips for you at the end of the video. Please pause the video when needed for more time to answer a question. And as always, I encourage you to take notes during the video. Here's question number 1. Question number 2 coming up. And question number 3. Question 4 next. And 5 is on its way. And 6. Number 7 next. And now 8. Final question coming up. Now let's take a look at your answers. Now let's go through each question, take a look at the answers, and along the way, I'm going to give you some test tips and some test hints. So please take some notes in an effort to help me help you pass your exams. This is an example of a typical accept question you're going to see a lot of on the exam. The only answer here that's correct is there are no state requirements. That's the correct answer to the accept question because it is not a true statement. So read all your questions and answers carefully. This is pretty straightforward. Market price is the only historical fact that you can look up. Market value is an opinion. This is an example of something you'll see a lot of on the test. The correct answer is C, description. because it is not a characteristic of value. If you remember your acronym for characteristics of value, DUST, D-U-S-T. Well, letter C starts with a D, but the D you should be looking for the characteristics of value is demand, not description. Answer to 4 is substitution. It is definitely the most important principle of value. It's also an answer to a test question you're going to see on your exam. They will ask you which principle is the most important principle and is used in all 3 methods of valuation. Remember, that is substitution. Answer to 5 is anticipation. That is the principle of value used by the appraiser for the income approach. There are several principles of value. They will ask you to relate those to a different method of valuation on the exam. 6, the answer is the cost approach, letter D. The key word associations you want to look for in every question are, in this case, unique or special purpose properties. Each approach to value has key words associated with it. It's a good way to study those. The answer to 7 is market data approach, letter A. Once again, we have keywords in the question relating to one of the approaches to value. Here the keywords are an appraiser making adjustments to comparable properties. Answer to 8 is A, debt service. I included this for a very good reason. This will be a question on your exam. When calculating net operating income, which of the following is not included in the NOI calculation? They always ask that. You'll likely get a question or 2 like this on the exam. Answer to 9 is A. Value equals net operating income divided by the cap rate. But remember your circle formulas. These formula questions, as you see on the left spelled out, are going to be much easier to solve if you can recall the circle formula. Remember, circle formula, if you know 2 of the items, you can solve for the 3rd. If you have a top and a bottom one, you divide. If you have 2 on the bottom, you multiply. So I'm a visual learner. I could answer this easily by looking at the circle formula. It actually makes my head hurt trying to study all of these different examples of formulas on the left. But you draw out your circle formula, much easier to remember and identify for the test. Well, I hope you did well on those 9 questions and you found them helpful and valuable. For more information, you can see my valuation video for more testable information. And be sure and try and watch my other 9 question videos for all 10 of the national exam prep topics. Remember, my goal is to help you pass your exams. As always, if you like my videos, go ahead and click the icon. Otherwise, feel free to share, subscribe, and leave a comment. I would really appreciate that if you found these helpful.